on CTV News. A man is in hospital after confronting preachers spreading anti-gay messages in downtown Vancouver.
This is CTV News with Nafisa Kareem.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with a violent assault in the West End. A man is in hospital with a broken leg after confronting preachers who were spreading anti-gay messages in the city's largest gay community. It's not the first time the group has been challenged for their comments, and now they're being investigated for possible hate crimes. CTV's Alyssa Thibault reports.
This time, somebody got beat up.
Police and paramedics pulled up at Davie and Thurlow Saturday night. Just moments before this video started, a man was violently assaulted after confronting street preachers who were spreading anti-gay messages. That man is Justin Morissette. We couldn't speak to him today because he was having surgery. Saturday night, he posted to Twitter saying he stood up to anti-gay bullies and they broke his leg, adding he'll have metal plates for the rest of his life.
I was horrified, but not surprised.
Longtime West End resident Stephen Wall says he called police numerous times about the preaching group. They started appearing on the streets months ago.
I'm sad that it has had to come to this, but I knew it was inevitable. This is like inflammatory stuff. It was only a matter of time. Every week that this happens, people get upset. They're inflamed. They're provoked.
Hey, now you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
It's not the first time the group has been involved in an altercation. This happened at English Bay last weekend. A man held to the ground after confronting the group about their message. Eventually, he walked away.
They shouldn't be allowed to do this anymore here. That's twice now.
But this weekend, the confrontation escalated further. 2 men from the group were arrested and now face charges of aggravated assault and mischief. Now, police say a number of people gathered around this area when the assault took place, and they have spoken to all witnesses who have come forward, but they still want to hear from anyone else who was here at the time. Hate crime investigators have also been notified. In a statement, police say VPD will not tolerate any type of hate crimes and will investigate all reports of hate crimes or suspected hate crimes that happen in the city of Vancouver.
I hope now if they're charged, then perhaps, the gig's up.
Even from a hospital bed, Justin issued a message. Do not allow yourself to be a passenger to someone else's abuse. Alyssa Thibault, CTV News, Vancouver.
Police are recommending charges against 2 men arrested after a violent altercation that sent 1 man to hospital. This just the latest call to the West End to deal with a group preaching anti-gay messages. CTV's Allison Hurst joins us live from Thurlow and Davie, where it happened. Allison, first of all, you spoke with the victim's family. How is he doing?
Kevin Morissette tells us that his brother is in a lot of pain. He says he has a broken leg and he's looking at months of rehab, all because he says Justin was just standing up for his neighborhood. Justin Morissette is recovering from surgery after breaking his leg during an altercation with preachers spreading anti-gay messages.
He kind of just stepped in to try to tell them to turn it down. That
was Saturday night at Davie and Thurlow.
A fighting match did escalate, in which they were shoving back and forth, and one person was thrown to the ground.
He's had his tibia and fibula broken, as well as dislocated knee. So was definitely quite roughed up by them.
Police arrested 2 men on scene and are recommending charges of aggravated assault and mischief. They've been released but are ordered not to speak to each other or the victim, and they can't enter this area of the West End.
Hate has no place in our city, and the preachings of these folks are absolutely despicable.
According to sources, one of the men arrested is Dorre, identified as a minister. CTV News reached out to him but has not heard back. Carrie Sabby shot video of the preachers from earlier Saturday at English Bay.
The police stood around and basically just listening to make sure that they weren't saying anything that was hateful.
This isn't the first time officers have been called about this group. Earlier this month, a man was held to the ground after confronting them.
The Vancouver police haven't stepped up to prevent this from happening.
The VPD hate crimes section is investigating at least 4 other incidents involving the same group.
They were treading a fine line, speaking about religious beliefs and anti-gay sentiment. Did they cross that line? That's what our investigators are going to find out.
While those who live in the community are grateful to Morissette.
It's nice that we have people that stand up in our community, whether they're gay, transgender, or straight.
Morrisett's brother tells us that he may need even more surgery down the line in the coming days and that he could be facing up to 6 months of rehab just to be walking again. Now, as for the ongoing police investigation, officers are asking anyone who has witnessed this group or has video to contact them and help them with their ongoing investigation. Mijang.
Thank you, Allison.